Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1980, and today we're going to talk about Rally X. The story of Rally X takes us back to Namco. We last talked about Namco in our video on Pac-Man. However, Pac-Man was not the only game that Namco made in 1980. The development of Rally X is one that is not very clear. It is said that Hirohito Ito led the planning and Kazuo Kurosu led the programming. The game would run on much of the same hardware as Pac-Man did, so a lot of the work had already been done. As one of the earliest Namco titles to be released outside of Japan, interest in the game had to be shown before it was released in North America. Rally X was shown at the Amusement Machine Operators Union of America trade show in North America. Two other arcade games were shown at that trade show as well. Those were Pac-Man and a game that we will talk about in 1981. It was agreed that of the three games, Rally X would be the most successful. Rally X is a maze chase game. The player controls a blue car that drives around a scrolling maze. The goal is to collect 10 flags positioned around the maze. Once all the flags are collected, the player moves on to the next round. Several red cars will chase the player, and if they come in contact with the blue car, will cause the player to lose a life. The number of red cars increases as the player progresses through the levels. To fight back, the player can use a smoke screen. If a red car drives into a smokescreen, it will be stunned temporarily. However, the smokescreen uses some of the player's fuel, so it cannot be used all the time. The player's fuel will go down as a result of driving as well. When the player's fuel runs out, the car will drive very slowly and smokescreens can no longer be used. On top of that, there are rocks scattered around the maze. Should the player drive into the rocks, they will lose a life as well. There are also challenging stages, which unlock every few stages, where the maximum number of red cars are ready, but do not move until the player runs out of fuel. Once the player does run out of fuel, all the red cars will go at once. Should the player die in this stage, they will not lose a life. Based on the initial reaction to the game, Namco spent a lot of money marketing the game during its test run. Namco released the game in Japan in November 1980. Midway was given the rights to distribute the game in North America. Midway released their version in January 1981. And that is the backstory to Rally X, so it is time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. The game starts by giving us instructions. By dodging red cars and rocks, clear 10 flags before fuel runs out. And then they show us how the special flag works. Basically, you find a flag with an S next to it, and it will then double how many points you get for collecting each flag. There's the smoke screen going in the demo. As you can see, the game scrolls very nicely. I mention that now because I probably won't be able to pay that much attention to it once we get going. But you can see there's a radar on the right for me to use. We can see where the flags are, where the cars are, but it doesn't show me where the rocks are. And we will see what we can do to get through this. I guess I'm not very good at this game, so we will see what I can do. Let's put a coin in, and we'll see if I can even get to 20,000 points for the bonus car. Probably not. Let's go! Alright, this way? No, there it was. Okay. This is not good. There were so many around me. I need to just clear room. Now let's go this way. Yeah, they start chasing me very soon. And unlike Pac-Man, it's hard not to compare this to Pac-Man. This game doesn't really have characters with multiple personalities or anything like that. They kind of all just chase me. Oh, this is not good. Where are you going? Oh, that's... Yeah, there There was very little I could do about that once I was trapped in there. I tried to fart out the smoke screens, but it didn't help all that much. Alright, that one. That one. Just stay away. No! This isn't the right way! Can I sneak? No, I can't sneak past you. Game over already. 3,000 points. That is pitiful. Let's try it a couple more times. And hopefully... Oh, there's one down here. Hopefully I can do a little bit better about my planning here. We'll get them there. No, I wanted to go this way. And then over to the left, there's one over here. There's the special flag. We'll stun them there. Okay, we're doing better. Still not doing as nicely as I would like, but I'm doing pretty well here. Oh, no! No! Oh, that was all me just playing poorly. But I'm already doing much better than I was last time. I just had timing wrong. It doesn't go exactly where I anticipate the car to go. Okay, up here. There it is. And lots of fuel left over, so we were able to get almost to 12,000. And we'll move on to the next stage. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show off a bonus stage. I believe it happens after the third stage, the challenging stage that I mentioned before. It functions a little differently, like I mentioned, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to actually show that off. And I'm going to head all the way down here and screw you guys. Okay. And all the way to the right. Something over here. They are faster than me. That's probably going to be a problem. There's the special flag. I stun them there as I head to the final one, which is right there. Alright, we got a bonus car. I almost ran out of fuel. Alright, it is stage 3, that's the challenging stage. Yeah, you go really fast in it, and the fuel drains very quickly. So, that's why it's challenging, even though the cars are not moving to get you. I'm gonna need to get underneath you guys. Probably better if I do that now. Or I need to get to the top right corner. It's a ways, but I think I can do it. Okay, there's that one. Fuel's starting to run low, but I got it. You notice that there were 8 red cars in total that time. 5 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Alright, so I have a good run so far, as everything comes to get me. Yeah, there's a little bit of a graphical anomaly in the middle of the screen when I move around from side to side. I needed to use the smoke screen. I just needed to. Okay. This way. Please don't come get me. Alright, barely dodged that one. No, up! Stay back. I don't really know where I'm going. No, this way. Oh, we only got a couple more to go, but they're blocking off my pathing there. Oh, I thought I could make it. Thought I had it there. Okay, let's try to get this one. This is where the special is after all. Block you off there and grab that one. Alright, we made it through round 4. This was known as being a relatively difficult game, but I seem to be doing alright with it today, so maybe its difficulty was a little overinflated. At least the way that people talk about it. No! I wanted to go up. Just didn't hit the button. I did it! The high score of the day! Go for the world record now. No. This is one of those games, once again, with an insane world record. But we'll try one more time. We'll see what I can do. was a good run, though. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to beat that one. Now, they're not as fast on this difficulty on the early stages. I'll just go ahead and stop you guys. No, up. There. Like I said, I don't have the timing on this game just right. It is a little awkward for me. I think that it's a little bit later than I anticipate. Oh, I didn't need to go in here. Okay. Up this way, down, and there's the special one, the last one that I get. That's okay, though. That's alright. Not doing as well as I did that second round, but that's to be expected. Alright, special flag there. Yeah, if they hit each other, they also stun themselves temporarily. But so far we're doing alright. And I don't need to worry too much about them coming to get me right now. So we'll start heading down way away from them. And you can see how people thought this was going to be a good game. It's I didn't even see you coming. I need to check the radar better. You can see how people would anticipate this being a huge hit. It's got race cars, it's got a great system of getting you points. I'm lasting quite a bit on one of these. Challenging stage, that's what it says. Yeah, I haven't pointed out, that's the first case of bad English that we have gotten. It will not be the last that we get on our channel. There's going to be a lot of bad English heading our way. Okay, let's get that. We'll try to head over here. How did I hit that? Yeah, like I said, you don't lose a life for that one. I thought I did... Oh, jeez. No, down. I thought I did a good job of getting out of there in time, but I guess not. Okay, let's go up here. Oh, you can see me using the smoke screen. I thought I had it. Thought I had the timing right on that. Okay, now towards the top of the map. No, did not see you. Alright, so not as good of a score as I did last time, but I had 2 decent runs, I would say. So that is going to do it for Rally X. That is the game. With that played, let's talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I do have to say it's pretty surprising. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I figured this game was going to feel like Pac-Man, but not quite as good. Ultimately, I feel that the game was different enough from Pac-Man, and I think a lot of that had to do with the scrolling aspect of it, to be able to kind of look at the radar on the side and drop the smoke screens and try to get away from people. That was definitely something that I did not anticipate having a lot of fun with, but I ended up having fun with it until it became too much for me to keep track of at all times, to keep track of the radar and where the cars were and where I was going and try to get the timing on that car just right. So ultimately I had fun with it, not a ton of fun, but I did have fun. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it in short bursts. Drop maybe, 2 or 3 quarters worth of lives in there and see what you can do. For the record, I did try to look up the world record. The only one that I found was way too low for me to believe that is the actual world record. The issue is that this game has a sequel that became more popular, so that's the one that everybody seems to want to talk about, and people don't seem to want to talk about this version. So I'm not entirely sure what the world record for this game is, but the number that I saw seemed very low. It seemed like it was within the realm of possibility for me to get, which doesn't sound like a world record to me. But in terms of the game itself, playing it today, it's fun for short bursts. That's the best that I can really say about it. The graphics, I feel, hold up fairly well. They're better than some of the other graphics that we have seen in other games. I would say that the graphics are about the same as Pac-Man, although this game did have full color on the full screen. So I have to give it some credit for that, and it might be a little bit better than Pac-Man, but I feel that the sprites were a little less detailed than the ghosts in Pac-Man, and Pac-Man himself was. Then, in terms of sound, I feel that the sound was decent. It wasn't anything special. I feel that there was, a little bit of a jingle, which is nice, and then it was mostly just car sounds, which is not bad. I do wish that there were more sounds, something a little bit cooler, something a little bit more memorable for when I get the flags, for when I die, all that kind of stuff. So the sound was okay, but nothing to write home about. And then the gameplay was okay as well. I feel that there are better racing games out there for us to play eventually, and there are better maze games for us to play eventually. There are going to be later releases that far surpass this, including a sequel to this one that we might have to take a look at. But that is how I feel about Rally X playing it today. It holds up, but I don't think that it was ever that spectacular to begin with, so it is fun in short bursts, but not something that I would want to spend a lot of time getting into, nor would I recommend for other people to spend a lot of time getting into. Just see what you do in like 5 minutes. You'll have fun. And that's my modern take on the game. At the time the game was released, reviews remained relatively positive, but the excitement around the game before it was released seemed to be excessive. Rally X did not outperform the other two arcade games at the trade show. While Pac-Man became the best-selling arcade game of all time, Rally X proved to be a disappointment in terms of sales. However, Rally X was still a success, just not as much as was anticipated. The game would inspire a sequel, clones, and re-releases. The special flag in particular will become iconic in Namco releases as time continues. As for the creators of the game, not much is known of their role in creating this game, and that is also true of their future. The creators of Rally X will likely not be heard from again. Namco, on the other hand, would continue to make a name for themselves in the industry, and we will be following the story of Namco closely as we continue. And that is going to do it for the story of Rally X for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video, where we'll talk about the honorable mentions of 1980.